If you want 2025 to be the best year of your life so far, then begin by following your joy and your bliss. Ask yourself, what makes me truly happy, truly fulfilled? What gives me energy? What charges me up and inspires me? And more specifically, what kind of experiences would really make me feel alive? Because all of those goals that we set because we think we should achieve something, or because we believe that it will make people see us differently, see us the way that we want to be seen, this all comes from a place of lack, a place of neediness. And if you operate and start from that core, then what you'll find is that no matter how much you achieve, no matter how much you gain, there's always this empty void. To really have a remarkable year is all about knowing yourself, understanding yourself, and being honest with yourself. What makes you happy isn't necessarily the same thing that makes you look cool. But status and perception and people's validation is so easy to have a longing for, a craving, this deep desire within. We need to overcome this hunger, this lack, this neediness, and really replace it with what truly inspires us, what fills us up with genuine motivation, energy, passion, and pull. You shouldn't have to push yourself to go achieve your goals. You should be getting dragged towards them because you're so inspired and you feel like there's nothing else that really lights you up the same way. And so if even for a moment you feel like you're having to strain, you're having to force, and you're having to use a lot of discipline, I'm simply asking you to reconsider. Take a moment and reevaluate, because a few minutes of planning can save you a whole year of doing. Question whether or not by the end of all of this, you'll feel like you did the right thing for you. Did you do what your heart really called you to do? What your soul, your deep inner best self was really trying to help you see and understand and connect with? Is that what you were going after, or was it something that looked shiny and tempting? Because you deserve to be happy, but only you can really grant that to yourself. There is no genie that's going to magically fulfill the wish, but you have the power to really give yourself anything that you want. Remember that. Only you can get in your own way and say, well, you can't have that, or you're not ready for it, or, you're not really worth it. You don't feel like you deserve it. This is all internal. Anything that you want, anything that's calling you is available, is possible, if only you decide to go for it. And with unwavering commitment, pure passion and drive, and really taking all of your attention and focusing it on something, you'll find that your momentum becomes really unbreakable. You have this feeling that you're floating. You really understand that there's so much more in you, and that you truly are unstoppable if you decide to go all the way in. When you're fueled by joy and passion, it's so much easier to really stay consistent. And when you ask yourself the question, what do I want to experience? What would make me feel alive? It's so easy to get alignment. And it's exactly there, in asking questions, that we often trip ourselves up. We ask things like, what do I feel like I should be doing? Or where should I have been by now? And guilt tripping yourself into performance is one of the worst ways to try to squeeze anything out of yourself. You need to feel that you are your best self in this very moment. In fact, preview who you are going to become. You know what you want, you know who you want to be, and so why not feel that and experience that and step into that today, not at the end of the year. Imagine what it will be like if you achieved every goal that you set. Imagine how you would feel if this really was the best year you've ever had. What would that do to you? How would you carry yourself differently? And take that into this moment, then go after the goal, then do the thing that you need to do. Because now, instead of it coming from, oh, I'm in desperate desire and one day I can have all these things and I hope this will be my year, we're saying, hey, I already know what that will feel like. I can experience it today, and then I can use it and leverage it to really be my best self now, which makes it way easier to actually do what I need to do. In fact, if I had to boil it down to some kind of secret for why I've seen myself progress so much over the years, what happened, that year where I went from broke janitor to running a 6-figure business, when I went from being obese to being in the shape of my life, when I built the most incredible relationship, all these areas that I saw massive breakthroughs and progress in. Well, I first changed my state, and I've seen that with every client that I've worked with too. When you shift the way that you feel and think, when you preview what you're going to feel and think like once you have everything that you want, and you bring it into the present, then you have the superpower. You're no longer kind of waiting. You're no longer needing. You just feel and experience what you need to feel and experience in order to become the person that you need to be. And that person finds it really easy to do everything you need to do. Every major breakthrough, every moment where you feel like life is going in your favor and the universe is conspiring for you rather than against you, it's all coming from you controlling your state, being in the right state. Maybe you've done it accidentally, but do it on purpose. Make a commitment and a decision to first and foremost manage how you feel and think so that it will be easy to do what you need to do. Remember that life and the universe and the world that you live in doesn't respond to what you want, but rather to what you claim and what you really take. And you decide for yourself what you're worth and how much you should have and when you should have it. And with your behavior, with your actions, with how you feel while you're taking those actions, you're voting, you're deciding, and you're really writing the script of how the rest of the year will play out. So take control, be decisive. Remember that this is a big moment you'll look back and reflect on, and you'll realize that because you took this time to really invest into becoming the person that you needed to be, it led you to have everything that you ever wanted. And hey, look, if you want my personal support, coaching, and guidance every single week to make sure that you're performing at your absolute best, to guarantee that you hit every goal that you've set this year, then I invite you to jump over to erafael.com. Over there, you can book a one-on-one call with me, see if it's a good fit. And if so, I can't wait to be coaching you personally. Again, if you want to take advantage of it, erafael.com. As always, I hope that you enjoyed this one, and I will catch you on the next one.